Vercel just made adding agent skills as easy as npm install. Hey, I am Web, and in today's breakdown video, I am going to tell you what exactly are agent skills, why do they exist in the first place, and how to use them to enhance your development workflow. I'm also going to tell you when not to use agent skills and how not to use them. And yes, that's very important. I'm also going to cover recent Vercel move which made it the talk of the town. So let's get started. And hey, if you are here for the first time, consider subscribing this channel and hitting that like button so that this video reaches more developers like you. So let's begin. So what exactly are agent skills? As per the official documentation, agent skills are lightweight, open format tools for extending AI agents capabilities with specialized knowledge and workflows. This was developed by Anthropic, the company behind Claude. But since it's an open format, it's open for contribution from all of you guys. Now you might think that since it is developed by Anthropic, it would be bounded by products like Claude and Claude Code. But no, the reality is exactly opposite. Tools like Cursor AI, Claude, Claude Code, Gemini CLI, Open Code, AMP Code, all of these tools use these skills. This makes it even more interesting because now it becomes very important for all of us to understand how to utilize this. Let's understand why exactly do we need this. The recent development around agentic development has proved us that AI can accomplish very complex tasks provided it has the right set of tools and context. Yes, context is the key. That's where we lack. Let me give you an example. Suppose we are working on a project that uses Supabase and Clerk. Now, if you are a developer and have used this previously in your project, you might have couple of idea about documentation. But if you are a newbie or a vibe coder, yes, I'm talking about those guys, then you will face issues while integrating this, and you will end up doing the fix these queries. And that's where agent skills jump in and help us. They solve this because now you can add skills for Supabase and Clerk for this example, and your agent now knows how to utilize them and what are the best practices to utilize them. So since it is developed by the teams who actually make the product, these will be the best practices to follow and the best way to integrate the product. You can think of it like a direct agent or a direct high level developer from that company working on your project. If this is making any sense to you and you want more such deep dives, make sure you are subscribed to this channel. We are going to cover a lot of AI content in the coming weeks that you will be very excited to see. Now you might say agent skill this, agent skills that. But what exactly is this? So at its core, agent skills are nothing but just a markdown file and a couple of extra things. Let's deep down and see what exactly is this. So if you have used any agentic development ID like Cursor or something like that, you must have been well versed with things like cursor rules. Well, these were markdown files that told the agent about your project. The skills are very similar to that, provided that they are very specific to the product integration and not your project. Well, they can be. It totally depends on your use case. You can add skills for React, React Native, Expo, Next.js, Betterauth, Supabase, and whatnot. Wait for a few days, and you will see a lot of these companies coming up with their own set of agent skills. Now, each skill is basically a directory that comprises of a lot of things. The first crucial thing that is there in the skill is the skill.md file. This is nothing but a markdown file. This acts as a guiding light for your skill. Now, this file must necessarily contain data which we call YAML front matter. I know that sounds too codish, but that's what we have. It is nothing but just a very fancy way of telling the AI what exactly is the name of the skill and what exactly it does. The agent uses this information to identify when to use a skill and how to use this skill. If the agent is interested in your skill, it can then deep dive into the contents of skill. Other than name and description, the metadata, it can also contain things like metadata and any other license information. Just after this front matter, the file basically can contain any sort of text. We can do that in Markdown. Other than skill.md file, we can have a couple more directories in the skill, which first of them is scripts. Now you can add scripts and executable codes that your agents might run. Next, we can have a references directory which can have a lot more markdown content other than the main skill.md. If you think that the main product or your product can have a lot of information, you can split that information into multiple markdown files, which makes it easier for an agent to explore your product. And at last, we can have an assets directory, which might contain a couple of images or any type of static data that might be helpful for the agent. Now, that's a lot of breakdown for a skill. But how exactly do we use this and how to make your agent skilled? Let's understand that. So, Anthropic did introduce, but the efforts to distribute this were quite limited to Cloud Code and products of Anthropic. Vercel saw this opportunity and very recently they dropped skills, which is according to them the NPM of agent skills. The whole internet is flooded by people talking about this, and all the tech giants like Vercel, React Native, Expo, Callstack, BetterAuth, they all are now launching their product skills on their platform. So skills is nothing but a CLI based tool with which you can add skills from official makers. All you have to do is basically run this command npx skills add and then the name of skill, and you are done. Pretty cool, right? If you are finding this video helpful and want to push it to other people, consider liking this video and sharing with your friends. It might be very useful for them. It also helps the algorithm to know that this video is worth watching for developers. But what has it got to for us if Vercel launched this? Well, since it is introduced by Vercel, it's a big deal and we should not oversee it. If we see in past, Vercel launched AI SDK and products around it, and currently they are leading this AI segment. So it's more than obvious that Vercel is here to play the long run game. So this is the time we should keep an eye on this product, utilize this, and who knows, maybe create our own skills. Well, if you want me to create our own set of skills and see how that goes, the comments. Let me know in the comments and I'll come up with a video of that. Make sure you are subscribed and hit that bell icon so that whenever I drop it, you'll get the notification. Now that we have a very brief idea of what exactly are agents, why do we have them, and how to utilize them, it is very important for me to tell the cons of it. To begin with, we are now going to see people crying about AI is going to take your jobs, coding is dead, and whatnot. But this is not directly causing any harm to AI developers or developers in general. But yes, people who will utilize this skill along with their existing set of skills will definitely have an edge over you. Secondly, please be aware before installing any skill because we saw that it might have a scripts directory which have some executable code that might cause vulnerabilities to your system or something like that. Well, you should always consider installing scripts from skills from official developers and makers. Thirdly, we recently saw how Tailwind CSS, the most popular CSS framework, had to lay off 75% of their employees due to a high dip in their paid product discovery. And it is going to increase even more. And because of AI, people are facing this. So, this is the time companies should think of the new ideas and come up with some new solutions. I think skills can be a great point where companies can make their product discovered to people. So if you have a business, you might add your paid products as a part of skill so that AI can tell you when you can use a paid product. So yes, this was the complete breakdown of skills. I have given a lot of efforts while making this video. I hope you find it useful, and if you do, show your support by subscribing this channel and giving this video a like. I hope to see you in future with more such exciting video. What are your thoughts on skills? Let me also know that in comments. Let's start a discussion. And thank you for watching this video. Bye bye.